So this is the Insta360 Go 3S. It is this tiny little action camera. Honestly, like you look at this thing pinned on the shirt, it is one of the most accessible action cameras because it's not cumbersome at all. It sticks via this magnet either inside of this housing if you want to have the screen. You can clamp it to a hat brim. It's just unobtrusive, like nobody even notices it, and it's lightweight, so you're much more likely to use it. I've been a fan of the previous generations. I made a short on this exact model, but I've got a lot more accessories now, and I'm gonna take it out of the studio and see how I can integrate it into filming some of my daily life. But before I take this outside the studio and see where and how I can use it, I do wanna mention that they're having a promotion for Black Friday, so you're gonna save some cash on the 360 Go 3S and actually just a bunch of Insta360 products. So if you're interested in that, check the description, but I'll also give you a little bit more information at the end of this video. So the key with the Go 3S is just how lightweight it is. Look at this little thing. At first you think, all right, yeah, I've seen action cameras that kind of look that size, but the magic is there. Look at this. If you don't need all this, if you don't need the display, if you just want to capture the moment and not think about your camera at all, this is what you end up with. And you can just slap that right there. You can either use the pendant, you can use the quick release mount, selfie sticks if you need that extension. So it can behave like a more typical action camera, but for me, the best part is this right here. This tiny little, with a bunch of features, horizon lock, stabilization, all these things, but just the size of it. So if you want to capture the moment without thinking about your camera, the 360 Go 3S might be the best thing that's out there for that particular purpose. Often I'll take these things out and shoot some hockey footage because hockey is like a tough thing to capture. There's a lot of stuff happening and not too many ways to get a camera into the action, but with this whole setup, you've got options. Obviously, you can do chest mount with the pendant, you can do hat mount, and then you have your traditional sort of sticky mounts. This was mounted to the top of the helmet for some stick handling footage. And then this guy's magnetic as well. So there's some shots that we got by placing this on the post. These characteristics are to me what make the 3S special, but then what takes it up a notch is some of the software features for stabilization. Here is some footage. I took it to this small little training rink here, and I wanted to film just kind of shooting around and see if I could get creative with places to place the camera. Here we have a helmet mount, which showcases the POV capability when you're just doing some stick handling here. Now this doesn't have to be hockey. This could be any kind of activity that you're doing, but it really gives you the perception of what it feels like to actually control the puck in this case. Now I did have to adjust the angle slightly in order to shoot versus stick handle, so it was pointing a little bit more out instead of down to catch the stick handling. It's like addictive to watch. I feel like I'm actually shooting here. Ping, look at this. This is addictive. Let's do that. Bing. Just crossbar. Yeah, I mean, that never gets old. You just hit the crossbar, the stuff goes flying up on top. Bang. Just flinging pucks at the net, scoring goals, no big deal. Here we have the camera mounted directly to the post of the net. You can see we're getting a little bit of rattle there. That's just my shot hitting the net and shaking the entire net. I think this is mounted on the crossbar at this point, and then we also mounted it to the back bar, and that was the most stable actually, which you'll see here. I shoot to the other side of the net there, and it doesn't even budge. That's on the back bar. That's a sick viewpoint. You can imagine like during gameplay, we would see the back of the goalie. That would be pretty cool for an action shot. This is just hockey. You do other things, mountain biking, snowboarding, but you can start to imagine with this variety of ways of mounting the device that you might get more creative. And that's what led us to this shot on the skate itself. So we used the hat mount. Instead of clamping it to a hat, we clamped it to a skate lace, and we got this crazy ice level point of view where you can still see the puck and the stick handling, but you're just you're gliding along. You're flying at ice level. Again, if I didn't have this mounting hardware or such a small camera, I'm not so certain I would have attempted this. Now, the POV capabilities extend beyond extreme activities. You might be more into like lifestyle stuff and you just want a really small camera to carry with you everywhere that you hardly notice is there. So this is on the hat mount. I wear a hat all the time anyways. And you can mount it on the top side of the brim or the bottom side of the brim. And you can actually control the recording functionality right on the device. If you don't even want to be bothered by any kind of screen, you just want to quickly roll on something. Same goes for the pendant mount, which is both landscape and vertical capable on the same mounting platform. So there's a little bit of POV driving around. We've also got some day in the life style footage, getting some breakfast over here, eating the omelet, drinking the coffee, and just going around town, or a typical work day. Another example here in the studio. So this gives you an idea of a well-lit indoor environment. This really makes my day in the life look rather exciting and recreational, but we just wanted to get some clips that were cool. So like, I got some swings in here. I think I missed that one. I think the next one's a bit better, but I got under it. Slight under. And I think this next one,
that'll be it.
That'll be it. That'll be it.
Yeah.
That was it?
Yeah, 285.
We also have some footage here, nighttime footage. Santa Claus parade. I was surprised by this footage when I looked back at it. I was like, oh, it's really dark. Maybe it's gonna be noisy. That's what you come to expect from small little cameras, but that, well, I mean, this is definitely usable, and that's full on nighttime footage. Action cameras in general are already going a lot of places that regular cameras don't go, and smartphones might not even go. And then the Go 3S just takes that up a notch by being just so small, discreet, and mountable in a number of different ways. Insta360 wants me to mention a bunch of different deals that they have going on that will be available through the link in the description, and these deals that I mention here will also be clickable through the description. It's a lot of their products, not just the Go 3S. You have the X4, which is 15% off, but it comes also with a free invisible selfie stick. The Go 3S, 10% off with a free quick reader. The Ace Pro, 33% off with a free screen protector. The X3, 27% off with a free invisible selfie stick. The Go 3, one before this, 20% off with a free carrying case. The Flow, 8% off with a free spotlight, and the Link, 40% off. And then all accessories, 10% off. So this is quite a few deals that they're going to have for Black Friday. So if you've been looking at eyeing these cameras, if you can see a good and fun use for the Go 3S or another Insta360 product, you can save some money right now through the links in the description of this video. Happy holidays.